Hello, hello, my friends. It is Friday, June the 27th, and I just got to talk about Mamdani for a second. This whole ball of wax around him is just fascinating, ain't it? Y'all, we need to keep that man safe. We need to keep that man safe. You know the man I am talking about. We are talking about Mamdani, the only person brave enough to say, yes, absolutely. If I had the power to arrest that international criminal, I would. If he set foot within my boundaries and I had the power to, I would. And we, the people, said, that's what we want. That's what we want. And it's got Team Red and Blue shaking in their little bitty boots. Every AIPAC backed mother joker is going whoop. It puckered right up, didn't it? It puckered right up. They're like, hey, yeah, baby. The rise of people who cannot be bought by those dollars is what the people want. And remember how I told you Team Blue blew this like Disney blows movies when they don't want to get progressive. So they throw something up there. They don't advertise it right. They let it sink. And then they use that as an excuse for why they shouldn't do that topic anymore or why they shouldn't be diverse anymore, whatever it was, right? That's what they did with this. Okay. They knew the math wasn't mathing. And yes, that's still going on. Smart elections, Elect Your Truth Alliance. You know what's up with that. Okay. Still more states adding to that, more data sets coming out. They're still raising money. So check it out. But they knew it. They saw it coming. They did nothing. They let it bomb. And what have they been doing since the Team Red won? Have they been doing anything to stop it? Nope. They've been making excuses to slide further right. They've been going, you know what? You guys didn't want the slightly more progressive. And she wasn't progressive, but for lack of a better word, the slightly more progressive. We put it there and you didn't want it. So obviously we have to slide right because that's obviously what you want. And that's not what we want. These people have felt comfortable in the status quo. Okay. The establishment of the existing financial structure that protects them, the corporations, the rich, and the legislators, and everyone else is suffering, save for a few lucky people maybe that get in here or there, okay? But usually they're connected to someone, all right? Anyway, someone came out of left field and said, screw you, yes, I want this, yes, I want that, unapologetically so. No soft shoeing, no, well, I respect them, but also, nope, just straight out, nope, that's wrong, yes, I want this, and here comes Fox. They want livable wages, they want newborn babies to have what they need. This coming from the family values people who want everyone to have babies. They want to provide baby baskets for newborns. Socialism. Why do you guys want that? Again, how much money is being taken from you, darling? Separate from the taxes getting jacked from your paycheck, you are being taxed on literally everything else. Everything you have is taxed, going right up to those people. And every year they're telling you you deserve less and less of that money because, hey, they could help you with it. But you see that brown person over there? Do you really want them to get help too? No. So let the military have it. Let the legislators have it. Let our sugar baby Findom country over there have it. The one that has the free health care and the free college that we don't have. They don't even like us, right? They don't like Americans and they don't like Christians. It's really interesting that American Christianity it brainwashes their people to worship that place over there, which was only put together in the 40s, okay, when they don't even like us and they use us like I said, they're our Findom. They're not interested in giving any sugar. They just expect our money. And they'll tell you to your face, Christianity has more in common with Islam, but those people are a little too brown. So instead they like to worship the ones that don't like them. Someone said call them the regressives because they don't care about the republic and they sure as shit aren't conserving anything. So I like that. They are the red regressives. All right. So here we go. They're shaking in their little boots because here comes someone who is popular, darling, popular, and that they don't like, okay? They need to hurry up and convince everyone that the status quo is good enough, that making sure they have health care forever is all we need. We shouldn't want it. That, nope, get ready for Sharia law. Okay, first of all, Team Red, really, if it were up to y'all, women would be walking around owned on leashes, covered with blanket. Like you're not any better. The fact that they always use that as the scary thing. Oh, they're going to take away women's rights. Oh, and you don't? You're not? You haven't? You aren't currently doing it right now? Someone else is? That's them. Okay, that's them. Always projection. And of course, they have not learned. Darling, if you're on the subscriber-only card pool, then we have discussed what? How this is an unprecedented experience that we're in together, and we have to do new things. New ways are the way out of this. The same old isn't going to work. If you're on this side, you know that. But the fact that the billionaires saw someone come up backed by the people and said, we're willing to spend endless money to make sure this doesn't continue. Darling, have you not? You missed the assignment. You failed. You failed. And that should tell you how smart they are. Okay? They failed. You just watched what happened to Muscatina. Everything he touched after he did what he did over there, every single candidate he tried to pour money into lost, failed miserably. It's almost like whenever it's a small test, that magic doesn't exist. It only happens when there's a big one. And when there's small ones that no one's touching, our guys clean up. Okay, so these folks coming out and going, that's okay, we're just going to put billions into the opposition to make sure that our money is protected. Okay, I'm glad you think that's the way to go. It's wild how these states that'll have like 1 million people, I keep forgetting that there are states that only have like 1 million or 2 people in the whole state. And those are the ones who think that they should control everything else. Those are the ones that believe that they are the silent majority. They will never know because they can't even afford to take it to a place like California where 2 million people, that's what, a couple of city blocks? Like that's not, that ain't nothing. Oh my gosh. Listen to me. There are so many countries where certain people can go, right? If they want to look around and see what's, there are lots of countries where they can go. They don't want to do that. I know I keep saying it. They keep telling everyone else to leave, right? If you don't support us, get out. If you don't want to be with us, get out. In fact, they're now even talking to all Dems and liberals as though they're of color, meaning, hey, Dems, you should get out and do this job. You should get out and go be a worker. You should get out. And so it's already that down the nose. It used to be just, hey, blacks, hey, this. Now it's, hey, libs. You should be the ones out there working in fields. You should be the ones out there. Okay. They were the ones who wanted these jobs. And now they're telling us that we should go do it. Because that's them. I live in Temecula. We live in a place where we have the Inland Empire Family Pack, and it's this religious extremist pack backed by places like 412, which are connected to people like Jack Hibbs. Very extremist, very nasty, very gnarly, and their entire platform, the last few years, it's been, hey, you need to vote for us because we're veterans and we're Christians and we're going to return power back to parents. We care about the parents. It went from that to, hey, you need to vote for us because we're white. You need to vote for us because this neighborhood needs to stay white. Our community needs to stay white. Okay, Jesus loves whiteness. Jesus wants us to be in control. We need to be in control. Not to give it to the parents, but for us to have. We need to have full control, and you need to just trust us to have full control to tell you what to do, because you need us telling you what to do. That's them. They show up and they say, we just need to be in control. And then when they're in control, they fuck it up left and right. Then they just blame it on everyone else and then rewrite the history books to make it sound like they did more than they did, or they stole something they didn't do. Much like you see men on here going, and what would women have without us? We gave you this and we gave you that, and we gave you life, darling. That's why they created the Bible story, so that they could try to take that away and say, well, actually. Okay, you understand that, right? You understand that? That's all jealousy on their part. But these are people who want, wrapped up in flag and cross, unfettered control. That's it. That's it. They want control with no accountability. You see them. They're at the helm right now. And what are they doing? Under the guise of law and order, they are disappearing people. They're taking women. They're breaking up families. Women are disappearing in the night, and the government's not doing anything. People are being held in basements. Government's not doing anything. Legislators are being in their homes by Team Red. No one's doing anything. Okay, that is them. They're cheering about hitting people with their cars, taking the death penalty for political opposition. That's them. That is their culture, and what they want, I've said it before, is a country of crime where they can do whatever they want and there's no accountability, where they can take a 9-year-old and that's fine, where they can do whatever they want and there's no judgment, no consequence, no accountability, and no one can say shit. That's what they want. The problem is they can't build shit without other people, so once they cull everyone, they're going to need to bring the workers back. Because at the end of the day, we already know they can't build shit without someone else to go out there and actually do it in the sun.